Hey guys! So, oh my god, I'm so sweaty. I can't even, I think I have like those sunglass like nose things. Oh no, I don't. Okay, I'm pretty okay. Had my makeup hold on. Anyways, so today was the first day of classes. And let me just say, I am exhausted. I bought so many books for school because it was like a lot of my professors today. Oh, hello lady who was walking by me. They didn't know that they were in the vlog. But basically, I had 2 classes today, so I ended up going and I found out that I needed some books for those 2 classes, and those are actually the 2 classes that I'm like almost 100% positive that I'm gonna stick with for this semester. And so I ended up purchasing the books for that. One of the classes I only needed 1 book, so I ended up buying that. For the other class I needed like 8 books, so I ended up buying those too. My day went. So this morning I was gonna vlog, but I was running so late. I was scared that I wasn't gonna make it to the class on time. And the funny thing is there were people who actually showed up relatively late, and so, I mean, I don't feel that bad. So I actually ended up buying myself a MacBook Pro 15-inch laptop. It was quite the investment, and I'm like really blessed that I have YouTube that can help me pay for that kind of stuff. But basically, I purchased it and I got a free trial of Final Cut Pro. So right now I'm kind of testing the waters and seeing how Final Cut Pro works. I have to watch a couple of tutorials to learn how to do it and how to edit and all that kind of stuff with that program, and still make sure my videos come out in the quality that they come out in. So that's that. What else can I say? I went to a sushi place with my friend after my 2 classes, and turns out my favorite sushi place is like they changed their lunch portions. So I'm somebody, I don't like sushi, so I go to Japanese restaurants like that in order to buy things like salmon teriyaki or chicken katsu. Like those are my favorite meals. And for some reason they decided to make these weird boxes, which it's like a square plate, and they put like rice in one thing, like a tiny piece of salmon, which normally they gave me 2 giant things of salmon, and then they also ended up giving you like 3 I think they're called California rolls. To be honest, I know nothing about sushi, so I could be completely off. So I'm so sorry if I am, but yeah, pretty much that's the dealio. They gave me 3 things, and there was crab meat in there. I've never had crab meat. I was super nervous, but I was also really upset that I paid for it and it was gonna go to waste. So I did eat it. I was not happy eating it, but I ate it. So usually I spit it out. So the California rolls were okay enough that I could like swallow. Yeah, so I mean, it was just like disappointing because I wanted more of my salmon teriyaki, and instead I got more rice and like some random like sushi that I didn't want in the first place. And the weird thing is, my friend's a vegetarian, so she came with me, and she ended up getting tofu teriyaki. And for some reason, they ended up putting the shrimp things that they put in mine, which I did not eat, and the California rolls in her plate. And then the waiter ended up asking his boss why they put California rolls into a tofu kind of thing, because you know that's usually geared more towards vegetarians. And the owner apparently told him to say that it's not real crab meat. It's like I forgot the exact words he used, that like it's supposed to be like an imitation of crab meat, which I think is a lie, because when I saw it, I knew that was crab. I knew that that was not an imitation. So this dude was trying to trick my friend. She ended up taking the crab meat out and just eating it without it, but it's like, I love this restaurant. I just want to tell you guys this. I absolutely adore this restaurant. I brought all my friends there. I would probably be there 5 times a month. I'm probably the reason why it expanded and got bigger. It's just, to me, it is so offensive when someone tries to lie to me about something like that. I mean, it is obvious to me that this was crab meat, and you're trying to play it off like it isn't. Yeah, I understand vegetarian, like it's not like they have an allergy, they're not going to die, but they requested for something to be vegetarian. They requested for you not to have any meat. So why are you going about and not fulfilling their request? Isn't that what a restaurant is? Isn't that what customer service is? If that's what you're trying to achieve, then lying is not the way to do it. So I can't believe he lied to me like that. But at least the waiter was honest, because even the waiter, he said, I don't understand why he would say that. And so he was like, I don't know, I'm just, you know, don't shoot the messenger, I'm just giving you guys what my boss said. And I'm just like, you know, it bugs me because I absolutely loved this restaurant, and then this happened, and I don't think I can forgive it, because I've just stood up for this restaurant so many times. And yeah, they changed the plates too, so now I get less of the salmon teriyaki. Before it would be like 2 giant pieces of salmon, and now instead of 2 giant pieces, I get half of one of those. So it's just, it's literally, I don't know if it's just the lunch menu and they kept the dinner menu the same thing that it used to be, but it's just, I hate change. Why would you change something that's already kind of perfect? Something that already has been bringing you customers and obviously keeping people very, very happy. Like, why would you go about changing that? I understand people like to kind of, companies, especially being in the business school, like I understand the need for change. I understand the need for updating things and for improving customer service and stuff, but when you go about changing things so drastically, it's obvious that the customer is paying more and you're saving money, but the customer, like, I ordered salmon teriyaki. I got everything besides salmon teriyaki. My salmon teriyaki was literally not even a 1/4 of my meal. That's what I don't understand. Hey guys, so I'm holding the camera. I'm sorry, I just didn't have the energy to kind of attach it. I'm on my way to class right now. I have one class from 10:20 to 11:40, so I'm gonna take that, go there right now. And then I am going to go ahead and make my way home for lunch. And then I believe I have another class at like 3:30 or something along those lines, and another one at 6:30. I'm planning on changing my schedule a little bit, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. This is like the first day of these classes, so we'll see. I'm editing, like uploading a vlog right now, but for some reason on my MacBook Pro, it's taking really long, and it's like confusing me because I don't really understand why and what, so I'm not sure. But I will get back home and I'll try to figure that out for you guys. I'm like so exhausted from sitting in a class that I am planning on dropping. Basically, I have way too many credits in my class like schedule situation. Like I took way too many classes, planning on like taking some of these, but I was like not sure which ones I wanted to and which ones I wanted to keep. And then I ended up talking to one of my friends that I like saw on the bus, and he told me that this class that I went to just now is a little too obnoxious with like the workload. So I decided that I'm gonna drop this one, especially because the professor is super boring and it's just like a lot of unnecessary work that I'm not willing to do. So I'm gonna take this class next semester, hopefully with another professor or something along those lines. Yeah, so today's Wednesday, September 2nd, and unfortunately, I still have yet to buy my parents an anniversary present, and their anniversary is tomorrow. Wow, that kid is really just, wow. They like really rock at like not. They literally didn't even look both ways before crossing the street. Like, I apologize, but that is stupid. So today's class, pretty much what happened was I had, it's like an information like management class, and they started working on an Excel spreadsheet, and they were doing stuff, and the professor at one point started walking around the room, and he was like looking at it and like trying to help people. And the funny thing is, I was not paying attention during the entire class because I convinced myself in the beginning of the class that I was going to drop it. Like, because we usually have like a week, about like 2 weeks, where we can just choose to drop classes, because if you're not planning on being in it, like, I mean, if it's like not what you're looking for, then might as well drop it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to drop it. And I just decided not to pay attention, not to do any of the work. I was just like out mentally, like not there. So he comes up to me and he's like, first he was walking on the other side of the room, so I was kind of relieved. I thought he was gonna come to my side, but he ended up not doing that, so I was like, oh, thank goodness. And then all of a sudden, he walks up to the front of the room and he like says a couple things, and then he starts moving to my side of the room, and I was sitting on the very edge. Probably would have been different had I been sitting in the middle. The professor wouldn't have been able to really just, why is this BMW racing me? But he probably would have been able to see what I was doing, but because of this one, because he was like, I was sitting on the edge, so he was able to see that I was not doing my work. He was like, what's going on? And I was like, I'm not in this class, I'm dropping it. And he's like, oh, okay. And this professor looks like somebody who, like, he has probably, like, this is either his first or second time teaching this class. So I think that he's like a new professor. He's not someone who normally is in classes, like he doesn't normally do teaching and stuff like that. So it just was so funny to me to see that, like, he was like, I don't know if I hurt his feelings or what, but like, I'm not about to, like, my friend was sitting next to me and he was like laughing so hard. He was like, wow, like, ha ha ha, like, I can't believe you just said that to the professor. But like, honestly, I'm about to drop this class. Like, I'm not gonna lie to him. He's not gonna see me the next class. Like, what was the point of me going, oh yeah, like, let me get started on it, you know what I mean? Like, bum ba da bum bum. Like, it wasn't just, it's not something I'm planning on. Like, I'm not gonna lie to the professor. It's just, I don't know, it was just like a funny situation. I kind of felt like uncomfortable and like really embarrassed, but at least I'm not gonna be in that class anymore, so whatever. Have you guys ever had like embarrassing like situations where like you were caught not paying attention? I got caught. Usually I'm so good at like BSing and people not being able to see that I'm not paying attention and stuff, but this time I got caught, and it was just, it was a story. It was quite the story. But yeah, everything's fine. I'm gonna be okay with the rest of my classes. I'm considering taking one of my classes and switching it to a different time. But again, that depends on whether or not someone else adds or drops it, because Lord knows. There is literally like legitimately there's very I just hope someone drops the class because I really want the other time and the other professor. The other professor is a lot nicer. So I'm uploading my vlog right now. It is done processing and I'm gonna watch it for the first time now. So I just got in the car. I actually switched my outfit. I decided I didn't want to wear a blouse, so I changed into like a cotton shirt. And then I'm also wearing this black necklace instead now. I don't know, I decided to change my mind. Don't ask me why. So right now it is 1:30 and my class starts at like 3:30. So I'm going to go to Starbucks right now. And I sincerely apologize. I don't know what's going on with my thing, but it's sort of bad. I don't know what I'm doing. Is that being honest enough for you? Does that even look right? So I'm in the parking lot for TJ Maxx. I'm about to just hop in there really quick, see what I can find. I changed the camera angle and put it over here. I'm not really sure why, but I decided that it would be a good idea. I don't know. We'll see how I like it. I'm not sure yet what I'm doing. But I just think that it's super bouncy on the other side and it might be better for you guys over here. So we'll see. I don't know. So I'm currently pulling up into the Starbucks and the drive-through line is pretty long. But I have time to kill, so whatever. After this I'm going to go to the post office and then I don't know where I'm going to go. Hi, can I get a venti caramel macchiato iced, please?
Venti iced caramel macchiato. Anything else?
No, that's it.
5:30, please, right now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. 5:30.
Can I get my reward? Fabulous.
You're all set.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Have a good day.
My camera is legitimately like on fire or something. It's like so hot. I pulled it out when I was in the post office and it was like burning. So I got 2 letters and one of them is from Nicole and the other one is from Olivia. And so Olivia is from Vancouver and Nicole is from New York. So I'm about to open them and read them. Let me open the one from New York first. I'm sorry that like I've been bad with reading letters and that stuff. I've been coming to the post office, I've been getting your mail. I just haven't been putting it in the vlogs because I haven't really been vlogging. But now that I'm back, I'm going to try to vlog a lot more. So, alright, ready? Dear Lena, my name is Nicole. I'm 16 years old and I live in Staten Island, New York. I love your videos so much. Whenever I watch your videos on YouTube, they always put a huge smile on my face. And make me feel confident. When I was born, I was only 1 pound. In grammar school, I was teased a lot because of my voice. Now that I'm going into my junior year of high school, I try not to let it bother me, but it's always in the back of my head. How do you handle situations like that? Basically, people are going to tease you no matter what, whether it is... I'm sorry, I really have to turn my car on. It's like literally so hot in here. AC! Okay. I'm not going to make it that. Sorry for that. But basically people are going to tease you no matter what, and you have to remember that God made you this way, and to you and to me, you're all beautiful no matter what. So don't let it get to you. Everyone has their opinions, but really whose opinion matters besides God's? Like, it's just God loves you and that's all that matters. Okay, your videos make me so happy. I love your makeup tutorials and your chat. So I've known this boy named Joseph since pre-K. We knew each other until 8th grade. He is my best friend. Unfortunately, we do not go to the same high school. Candle. As he lit my 15th candle, I couldn't be more happier. 2 days later, he asked me to be his girlfriend. I, of course, said yes. The following day, he texted and said maybe we should be friends more before we start dating. We've been friends for 13 years in September. I don't understand. I've talked to him about it, and he told me that he doesn't want to lose me as a friend because of Talked to him about the fact that if you guys want to try a relationship, because being in a relationship is different than being a friend, and sometimes it's harder to become friends again after a relationship. It's really amazing when a friend of yours becomes a relationship, but that rarely works out. So just consider whether or not you'd rather have him as a friend, or if you guys would want to date. And if you want to date, don't go too far. Hey guys, so I got out of class and I am on my way home. It's almost 5 o'clock. My next class is at 6:30. I am probably going to eat really quickly at home, sit there for a little bit, maybe check some comments. I'm seeing a lot of people, but you know what's weird? I was sitting in class and I look around and there's like a lot of familiar faces and a lot of people who like I'm like friendly with, and like people I run into that, like, you know, that kind of stuff, but I can't call them all my friends. Like, I feel like I have a very limited amount of friends, and it might be YouTube and maybe the fact that I work and I'm just so busy, but it's pretty ridiculous how I feel like I just don't have friends or something along those lines. But at the same time, there's a lot of people who are like in frats and in sororities, and that's why they have friends, because they met them through that. So hopefully I can make my friends eventually somehow. But I'm just, I don't know, I was sitting in class and thinking about that, how I don't have a lot of friends. But I've also noticed that the friends that I do have are amazing, and I wouldn't give them up for the world. And I'd rather have just those like couple really amazing friends and then, you know the entire class. Now, I might be friendly with the entire class and have them as acquaintances, but maybe I don't tell them my secrets. Maybe I don't tell them how I feel. I just tell them about my day or stuff like that. But I can always go back and reach out to some of my closest friends, and they will always reply. They will always be there. We can always make plans. Maybe we don't see each other in every class, but I think that's what's amazing, that you can do your own thing, but you can still kind of meet up with them and, you know, have a conversation and that kind of stuff. So shout out to you guys who are my BFFs. You guys know who you are. I was wondering why I ended up changing my camera location. Obviously because I have late classes now. Well, actually it's gonna be one time a week. I decided I'm gonna probably keep this one just because the professor's so awesome. Like, I don't know why people give him a bad rating. I actually really like him. But I'm gonna head to the grocery store right now to get some flowers in hopes of getting them for my parents' anniversary tomorrow. And then I'm gonna rush home, hopefully in time to see Katie and Lizzie before they go to bed. So I got flowers, headed home now. So I put my parents' floral arrangement together. That's what it looks like. I had to lie to my parents, like, about whether or not it's there, like what I was doing in the bathroom for so long. So I'm excited to give it to them. But now the entire hallway smells like flowers, and I don't know what to do about it. Cause like, you could probably tell that like there's flowers somewhere. I don't know, we'll see. I also had some leftover flowers, so I ended up putting them in this vase. It usually holds like Q-tips and like cotton balls, but I ended up doing that. Very cute.